Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Our project title Hadoop Multi-Node Cluster Resource Analysis. Our project abstract. In the computer system, we have basically three types of resources. There are software, hardware, and data. Data is the most important resources of computer system because whatever computing we are doing is just because of data. Data science deals with a large amount of data to interpret knowledge from the data sets to rationalize the information to achieve business values. Traditional information was in structured form, means that was generally generated by business transaction. This information was easily processed with our traditional data management system. In the past few years, the amount of digital data generated was grown exponentially. This large amount of data was unstructured, which cannot be processed and extracted efficiently from our traditional system. It includes text files, sensor data, log data, web data, social networking data, etc. The major session behind the generation of this unstructured data is various applications used via internet. Examples: smart devices, web, mobile, social media, and sensor devices. For achieving the business goals, this data is essential to mine. This large amount of unstructured data is called big data. It is in large volumes. It varying. There are various tools are available for processing of this large amount of data. Hadoop is one of the popular and efficient tool for the processing of big data. Hadoop provides a framework that allows us distributed computing and run tasks in parallel, such that such type of complex data can be processed efficiently with respect to time, performance, and resources. This paper covers the major resources used by Hadoop clusters. Our data flow diagram. In this process, first we should load the data sets in it, and the data sets later files can be contained related to the data accidental data sets. After that, the data set can be uploaded in the Hadoop. In this process, the pre-process technique can be used. Before the pre-process technique, the map reduce can be mentioned. The map reduce, the certain conditions can be used in it. In the map reduce, the word count can be reduced related to the multiple, and the duplicative word counts can be reduced related to the map reduce cluster formations. After that, the pre-process technique can be further carried out in. After the pre-process technique, the analysis of data can be done. In the analysis of the data, the pre-processed data can be taken from the certain data in it. After that, the partitioning of data can be further carried out in it. And the partitioning of the data, the segments can be the segments can be carried out in the partition of data. So the clustering can be classified. The clustering can be carried out related to the process. The cluster information can be related to 12 nodes or 24 nodes. Is related to the Hadoop clusters and the data centers present in the servers. After that, the supports and confidence can be carried out in the support and confidence. The clustering of data related to the nodes, or it can be a 24 nodes. The cluster and supports and confidence can be varied. If it 12 nodes, the accuracy and the precision can be calculated, and the support and confidence can be as a range to set the range values to find the predictions value in it. Related to the prediction value, the result can be provided. In the result, it can be shown that the total number of contents related to the, for example, it's a data set contains the accent or some other data, the prediction values should be mentioned. It can be related to the for accidents, and the graph shown that the total number of years and the accidental carried out in it. Our project demo for Hadoop multi-node cluster resource analysis. First, right click on home.java and click on run as on Hadoop and select the related VM process. This mention that the related server to be mentioned in it, and click on finish. This is our home page. Click on the Hadoop clusters, Hadoop multi-node cluster in it. It will make the related process and click on browser. This is our datasets to be loaded and the datasets to be displayed in it. And click on open. the data set should be loaded in it. It can be shown here, and the data set can be uploaded in the dataset data text in it, and the file can be uploaded. After that, the related pre-process method can be done and it can be loaded in it. Here the MapReduce process can be done. MapReduce process, the duplicate data can be removed, and certain common data can be used in a predicted in a MapReduce. Here is the MapReduce process can be done in it. The related MapReduce task can be done. Here the MapReduce process to be carried out. After that, the data can be shown in it. Next, the partition can be done in it. Here the partition, the certain partition, here is related to the partition, the clusters can be done. Here the partition can be carried out, and this is the data can be shown in related to the partition or clusterings. Here the cluster formation can be carried out related to the cost and the year, and the total number of the group of clusters can be formed. Here the 12 nodes clusters can be carried out in it, and the average values can be calculated. Here the cluster 1 and the cluster 2 can be shown in it, and the values can be calculated. This is the range values to be calculated related to the clusters. If I am choosing the certain cluster 2 as a, for example, single cluster forms with the 6 nodes, and cluster 3 formation can be carried out related to the 24 nodes in it, and the support and confidence values can be calculated in it. Here is the level 1 and level 2 clusters related to the 6 nodes formation can be shown in it, and this is the formation of the level 2 process in it, and the level 3 process, it shows the related clusters which contain the year formation. After that, the data can be merged in it, and the original data can be formed, and the graph it shown that the existing and the proposed values. So if you are using the cluster information, the efficiency should be increased and the accuracy can be increased later to the process when compared with the existing processor. Thanks for listening.